In the rewording, let it be captured. In the draft part. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Table office, kindly take note and do the writing. Honourable members, in the absence of any further corrections, the votes and proceedings of the 26th sitting dated Monday, not Tuesday, Monday, 22nd July 2024 are adopted as the true record of proceedings. Honourable members, after the corrections of votes and proceedings, it's important that I correct some reference I made yesterday. We laid a paper and the paper was referred to the Committee on Budget. I then, after that, cross-checked from the new standing orders, and I think the proper committee should be that of Finance, not the Budget Committee. Not the Budget Committee, it should be the Finance Committee. You recall I added that the Budget Committee members should join the Finance Committee instead of it being the other way around. And so I went back to read the standing orders, and I saw that the contents of the paper that was laid had to do with fiscal issues. And if it is to deal with fiscal issues, then the proper place should be the Committee on Finance, not that of Budget. That is why I'm drawing your attention that, with your kind permission, I will give the directive for it to be referred to the Finance Committee, not the Budget Committee. Yes, please.
Mr. Speaker, I refer to Order 235, Budget Committee. The Budget Committee comprises a chairperson, a ranking member, and not more than 13 other members. 2. The Budget Committee shall collaborate with the Minister responsible for Finance and the Office of the President in the initiation, formulation, and implementation of the national budget. 3. The Budget Committee shall consider and report to the House on the medium-term expenditure framework, the Appropriations Bill, a report laid before Parliament of off-budget expenditure, and consider the annual budget and determine whether the annual budget gives effect to Chapter 6. Mr. Speaker, the key points relate to Item 4. The Budget Committee may request, Mr. Speaker, analyze and report to the House the impact of tax waivers on the economy and report any other functions assigned by Parliament. Mr. Speaker, tax waivers are a function of budget. Tax waivers are a function of budget. The impact of a tax waiver will reduce revenue or increase revenue or hold the revenue neutral. The import here is for the budget committee to assess the impact of these tax waivers. There is nowhere in the functions of the finance committee that talks of budget tax waivers. Mr. Speaker, you can talk about the overall fiscal impact. But my view, Mr. Speaker, at the minimum, the finance committee must sit together with the budget committee, because the budget committee will have to assess the impact of these tax waivers on the national budget. For example, today, the minister responsible for finance is to present a media review, and we will have estimations of revenues. Now, we are being called upon to exempt some of this in the form of tax waivers. The impact will be on the budget. And the budget committee is the only committee with that mandate to assess the impact of these tax waivers. So, Mr. Speaker, I beg to say that the budget committee must sit together with the finance committee in approving these tax waivers. Otherwise, you approve one thing, and then the impact of this budget, of these tax waivers, will not be known. Will not be known. And if we are interested in the impact or the analysis of the entire tax waivers, I humbly submit that the budget committee must be the one leading this, and the finance committee must support them. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Minority Leader, that is an excellent submission, but you yourself read the standing orders. And so, if you read the one on the Finance Committee, 2262, says the committee shall have A, referred to it, matters that relate to monetary and fiscal policies, loans and financial transactions generally. Refer, that is the underlying word. And so if I'm to refer a matter, which committee am I to refer it to? Finance Committee. But the Budget Committee may, as you refer to, analyze and report to the House the impact of tax waivers on the economy. And so if I am to perform my duty of referring matters, definitely following the standing orders, I have to refer it to the Finance Committee. But if your call is that, and I have no problem with that call, that we should also allow the Budget Committee to join the Finance Committee to consider the referral, I have no problem with that. That I can do the referral. Yes, please.
Mr. Speaker, first of all, you've nailed the point, and I will not belabor, except to say that it is only the Finance Committee that has its mandate well engraved in the Constitution. And it's clear. If at any point in time a referral is made and we see the need to add leadership of a particular committee to assist by way of some technical support, that is fine. If that call comes, I would support it. But I do not want us that would come and hunt us, and we think that we should get the leadership of the Budget Committee on. So be it. I would want to agree to your ruling so that we can make progress. I thank you.
So I direct that the matter be referred to the Finance Committee, and the leadership of the Budget Committee should join the Finance Committee to analyze and report a comprehensive issue, including, yes, Honorable Mama Yarga.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we do accept your ruling, but also because of the leadership that you played, the leadership role you played in crafting these rules, and for the purposes of precedent, and given the opportunity that this matter has raised for us to look at these same rules. If you look at the rules, it says that the budget
actually, we're taking note of it.
Yes.
I don't want to belabor it.
Yes.
We delayed in publishing the final one because of the delay in the composition of the membership of the committees. If not, we have come out with the final edition where the issue you are trying to raise has been taken care of. So, members, let's move on. But there is some new development in the front bench of the majority caucus. I can see 2 ministers in front. That is not normal. We have 1 minister to sit in front to present a paper. I have seen another minister, particularly the Minister of Justice and Attorney General, also seated in front. Are you... Honorable members, I think the Attorney General is not to be taken on. This is unknown to many, and so please don't see it as any attempt to assume any power. Yes, so let's move on. Honorable members, I think at the conclave, we agreed that a few papers be laid. And so, with your kind permission, we'll move to public business. Public business. At the commencement of public business, yes, Majority Chief Whip.
Speaker, shall we proceed to order paper addendum and take the only item advertised? And Speaker, let me seek your leave for the business to be taken by the Deputy Minister instead.
Yes, honorable members, my attention has been drawn to the presence of some distinguished visitors to our parliament from the Pan-African Parliament, led by no less a person than the President of the Pan-African Parliament, in the person of His Excellency Chief Fortuna Charumbira. Please, because of the numbers today, they are seated at the left side of the speaker. So you have to acknowledge His Excellency Chief Fortuna Charumbira. He is the President of the Pan-African Parliament. You know, it's situated in South Africa. He is accompanied by the clerk to the Parliament in the person of Madame Lindiwe Kumalo. We also have our own former marshal to this parliament. We loaned him to the Pan-African Parliament as the Sergeant at Arms for about 18 years now. He has advanced to the position now of an acting deputy clerk. He's in the person of Major retired Kenneth Akibati. The young ones don't know him, but he was very, very good here as a marshal, a very well-disciplined military officer. We also have the director of a bureau. Here we refer to them as chief directors, in the person of Mr. Marimo Ndamuku. Marimo Ndamuku. Well, where I'm seated, I can't see him, but I'm sure you will have a better sight of him. And then a policy director in the person of Mr. Morad Bularaf. Morad Bularaf is from Algeria. And then the one in charge of protocol, Miss Rumbiza Chisango. Honorable members, they came to attend the AU conference and decided to pay a courtesy call to the members at home here, which is their home, and on your behalf, I did welcome them when they paid a courtesy call on me. But they humbly decided to sit in for a few minutes before they could catch their flight back to South Africa. And so once again, you are warmly welcome to the Parliament of Ghana. I know you enjoyed your stay here. We had a few discussions which we will put before this House, because we need to collectively support the Pan-African Parliament to strengthen it, to be able to perform its functions efficiently and effectively. It's a pleasure having you. Honorable members, order paper addendum is just a one-pager. At the commencement of public business, presentation Yes, Majority Chief Whip.
Speaker, I can hear the complaints of my colleagues. Table office should do the needful. But before then, shall we revert back to the original order paper? And Speaker, proceed to page 14. Page 14, and take item 8U. I.
Yes.
Mr. Speaker, I have here Tuesday, 23rd July, 2024. I don't have page 14. So that's my page 14. So why did you decide not to give me page 40?
Yes. Honorable Minority Chief Whip, I think is the printer's devil. I have page 14. And members, I'm sure a number of you have page 14. So kindly let us go to page 14 of the original order paper, item U, by the chairman of the committee. We have U, Roman 1, Roman 2, and Roman 3. And I want to, there's also, yes, Roman 1, Roman 2, Roman 3, to be taken together with one bow. Chairman of the committee.
Report of the Finance Committee on the financing agreement between the Government of the Republic of Ghana, represented by the Ministry of Finance, and the International Development Association of the World Bank Group for an amount of $250 million United States dollars for the Ghana Financial Stability Project. Report of the Finance Committee on the request for waiver of import duties, import VAT, import NHIL. Committee on the request for waiver of import duties, import VAT, import NHIL, import gift fund levy, EXIM levy, special import levy, and other fiscal reliefs amounting to the Ghana cedi equivalent of 38,660,000 United States dollars on materials and equipment to be imported by the Ghana Bauxite Company Limited as a strategic investor under Section 15(1) of the Exemptions Act 2000.